How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to be back. My name is Gev. It's Friday, June 12th, so let's talk capital. Alright, guys, I'm going to keep it short and sweet for you guys today. We're going to go over the price action from yesterday and how the weekly close is forming as we speak right now, and what to expect heading into next week and beyond. Before we do that, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you like the content, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about what we're going to talk about right now. But other than that, let's jump into it. So S&P 500. I've been sidelined, as you guys know if you've been watching the videos. I've been sidelined for about 2 weeks now. Haven't made a trade. Markets have been kind of irrational. I don't like to be in trades or trading when markets are acting irrational like this. You gotta sometimes let the steam blow off before you enter into a logical position. That's basically what I've been waiting for here. So after the crash we had yesterday, about 6%, if we can call it a crash, I mean that's basically the easiest way to talk about that, right? I mean, we had a 6% correction in price. The reason I didn't short this is one simple reason here. I was expecting it to go higher after this daily close right here. I was expecting us to push into the gap and then have a wick. I would have shorted the top of this wick. I was waiting for about 33.0907 to get into a short. It didn't happen, so I'm not going to go ahead and chase a trade if we don't get to a price target that I have. That's basically how this works, guys. You sit down, you game plan, and if the game goes according to your plan, then you execute. If not, then we just watch and we wait, right? Good thing about this is I was expecting a pullback to stop around here at our support level that we have mentioned, that we have drawn out here, along with this ascending support line that was support. Now we broke above and we broke back down. So now I'm waiting for next week to see if we can get a pull up to a 31.37 to possibly set a higher low and reject both the uptrend and the horizontal resistance now, and then I will definitely enter a short there. As far as gold goes, gold's looking very nice going into the weekly close here. We're doing an engulfing pattern, basically wrapping our arms around the previous weekly candle here. We want to see this close above 1731, preferably in the next 30 minutes or so, but if it doesn't, that's cool. We'll have to see how that works out. Good thing here is we are holding this uptrend as of now, so that's positive for gold. Daily looks a little weaker than weekly, right? Daily looks a little bit weaker. I mean, I don't like adjusting trend lines, but as we sit right now, I mean, it's not bullish or bearish. We're kind of just neutral right now, looking for a break above 1745 to become bullish, or a break below 1704 to become bearish. So gold's pretty neutral as we sit right now. Before we jump into Bitcoin really quickly, let me go over some of these stocks. Excuse me. Very interesting weekly closes for some of these guys. So this is Amazon. Amazon had a shooting star form up here, Gravestone Doji shooting star on the daily, and then it gap down, closed the gap, and proceeded lower on the daily. What's more interesting is the weekly. So anytime you get a breakout like this, and then you have a large wick like this, where the body of the candle is way smaller than the wick up here, it's not necessarily a good sign. You want to see price action close up here, but we didn't. So now, I mean, possibly the most logical thing to expect here is a possible pullback to these levels here first. I mean, obviously the first pullback you're looking at this area, but ultimate entry price for re-entry is right about 2,000 here. So these are the three levels that we're gonna watch for Amazon to see how they develop. Also, one other minor area of support to look for is right here. So if we just connect those two tops, we could also come, and you can see how that does coincide with a bounce of here. So we got to see how that develops, right? Apple, let's look at Apple. Apple again leaving a wick up there, not too nice of a chart formation. If you're looking to go long, this is probably looking to test previous highs. Netflix, Netflix daily is definitely head and shoulders. So we got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Weekly definitely does not look any better than daily. So most likely what we're looking for Netflix is a push lower here. Yeah, Netflix. So Google. Google not looking as healthy. We did get a rejection of this gap. If you guys can see, anytime you get a gap down like this is the resistance now, this entire area. Okay, so we did come into the area and are now resisting it on the daily chart, looking for a pull back to about 1330, 13,300 even, 1300 even would be possible too. Weekly, yeah, weekly is showing the same resistance and how we failed to break above it, and that's definitely not a good weekly close. You're closing below the other previous 2 week bodies on the candles. That's not good. So we're definitely looking for a push lower here. 1300 is a nice even number to look for long for Google. Microsoft. Ooh, Microsoft looks even worse. Microsoft is closing below weekly resistance. That is not good at all. Daily is looking just as bad as weekly, honestly. That's definitely unexpected. Let me go ahead and say that. I was not expecting Microsoft to close below resistance like this. So we could possibly see a reset of the price action pull down. Again, not a positive daily close. I mean weekly close when you leave. Excuse me, guys. When you leave a wick that big at the top, especially after a breakout, right? This can be considered as a false breakout. Tesla doing the exact same thing here. I don't know what happened to my throat. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Tesla doing the same thing. Gapped up, gapped back down. I'm sorry. We gapped up and then closed below the gap on a daily. What's looking like is a lot of these stocks are having false breakouts, which is not good. Nvidia, not really bullish, not really bearish. We did also have wick at the top. Difference here, guys, is this isn't a false breakout because we've already broken out, right? I mean, the previous high was 292, currently at 357. The breakout's already happened. If anything, this can be a very healthy consolidation retest of the previous high. So Nvidia is looking good. Disney not looking good. That is not good. We are holding above weekly 200 though, so that's a good sign. Wait to see how that develops next week. IBM is probably the unhealthiest out of all of these guys. Intel's not bad. Berkshire Hathaway is looking very bad, and this comes off the back of the news. Ooh, so this is a bearish engulf. When you have a bullish push and a bearish push down and it wraps around, opens higher, closes lower, that's a bearish engulf happening on the 200. Not looking good for Berkshire. That's probably because of the news about Warren Buffett selling his airline stocks at the lows, right? So Bank of America, not looking good. The financial sector is not going to be looking good. Ford, definitely not looking good. What else we got? GM, not looking good here. Weekly chart. McDonald's, looking better than expected. I mean, still don't like that formation. Harami, but so far in the past month and a half, Haramis have been very bullish pattern apparently, right? So that's a little not concerning, right? Coca-Cola doing the same. Berkshire bearish engulf. That's one of his favorite companies, Warren Buffett's. JP Morgan. So tech stocks are looking good from what I'm looking at here. Tech stocks are looking good. Financials are looking bad. And legacy stocks, the McDonald's and the Fords, the GMs, those are legacy stocks, right? Those aren't looking good. Techs are looking good. You know, techs are not looking bad. They're looking good, I would say, compared to these guys. In general, we're looking for the market to retest some solid levels here. We are holding the 200 as we stated, right? I mean, we did get a doji. Sorry guys, spinning top close for the weekly, so that's a healthy thing. See a move back up. We are still holding these trend lines here. If we go ahead and do that, you guys can see how we are perfectly still holding the uptrend. So we do have a push higher left in us. It's just about how high the push goes. Does it set a lower high or does it break out and go to all-time high, right? We have to wait and see for next week. But as always, thank you guys for watching. We didn't do Bitcoin. I almost left without doing Bitcoin. Oh, man. That would have been bad, right? All right, so let's go ahead and do Bitcoin real quick. The daily chart, we are still holding the higher low. We are still holding the pennant. I do not, however, like how we broke down last night and came down. As you guys can see, we are just barely above the channel here. Like if I go into the 1 hour mode, you guys can see the purple line is the bottom of the channel. We are just barely getting above right now, just barely. This is obviously on the daily chart more bearish than it is bullish. Let's not get it wrong here. However, we are still holding the higher low, right? So we have a low, we have a higher 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 low, and now we have a higher low. So on the daily chart, we're still holding the higher low pattern. At this point, Bitcoin cannot go any lower than 9,200 without becoming very bearish. And by very bearish, I mean a definite test of 8,100, 200 daily moving average on a daily, and more likely a test of 7,500, possibly even 6,400. That's as transparent as we can be on this, right? As I've been telling you guys, I have been accumulating. I will be exiting my position if we do get a break below 9,200. I do not want to be involved in Bitcoin if we go below 9,200. I'm definitely going to be looking for re-entry positions at the 200 and lower, but I do not want to ride this wave because stock market and Bitcoin are very correlated on the way down. So if S&P 500 decides it wants to break this and come back down here, Bitcoin will too, and I do not want to be a part of another crash like this. So 9,200 is my foot in the sand. If we break that, I will exit my positions and take profit. Other than that, that's basically it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.